Philadelphia Dunkin' Donuts robber spotted stretching beforehand. Welcome back to Laugh While the World Burns. Because as we sat back and watched the dumpster fire of society, we all still need something to laugh about. Please consider hitting that like button, and if you haven't already, smash subscribe, click the bell, and select all notifications so you don't miss new episodes. Let's get into today's episode. Man sues McDonald's for still being depressed after eating Happy Meal. I refuse to be lectured about racism by a party that holds whites-only Zoom fundraisers. If liars' pants really did catch on fire, watching the news would be a lot more fun. It'd be even better when the news is playing segments from Congress and the White House. Of course, all the news stations would burn down at that point. Man sues himself and wins. A Kentucky man that threw a boomerang that flew back and hit him on the head has sued himself for $300,000 and won. And astonishingly, it will not cost him a cent, because all the money he won comes from his insurance company. Well, I've seen worse. Like some of these people who act like they got hit by a car just so they could blame the driver and try to sue him. A Texas plumber sues car dealer after his truck ends up on Syria's front lines. Everyone kept asking how the Taliban kept getting all these nice pickup trucks. Well, now you know. The U.S. government sent them over there, just like everything else. I'd tell my kids this was Satan and his daughter. If you dig a little into known, factual history about them, especially him, they might as well be. Stay-at-home mom lost custody of her son because a judge decided that a military family was too unstable for a kid. Her military family is the only one her son has ever known. Well, this goes right hand in hand with what a congressman wanted to introduce in a new bill a few years ago, which was to make all military vets and all active military, as soon as they ended their service, to be declared mentally ill and to be banned from having any lead dispensers. The attacks never cease upon the citizens of this nation. Sadly, this is very true. And once we get toward the middle of winter, here where I am, it gets dark about 4:30. Just another reason why daylight savings time shouldn't end. Because the time of the year that you need it the most is when they take it away. But what else can we expect from the government? This meme was sent to me by akornzstash viewer Tony. If you have memes, links, news articles, or anything else that you'd like to submit, you can send it to akornzstash@gmail.com. You can also find this link down below in the video description. National Park Service. Living your life to the fullest does not have to involve selfies with bison. Speaking of the stock market, I was just reading an article earlier that the Dollar General store stocks plummeted 29% today. Some are calling it the canary in the coal mine. This is the Republican Party, folks. No serious conversation on policy, no focus on the people. Just whatever the heck this is. This is the Democrat Party, folks. No serious conversation on policy, no focus on the people. Just whatever the heck this is. Feminist picnic falls apart after no one makes any sandwiches. Heart attack survivor who drank 12 energy drinks a day aims to ban sales to kids. Yeah, kids probably shouldn't drink these. But this guy drank an entire case of energy drinks almost every single day. And now he wants them banned. No thanks. I believe in politics. Passengers' repeated farts force airline to make emergency landing. That guy would have bragging rights at every family gathering from then on, because no one else could say that they had enough gas to take down a plane. You gotta find something to laugh about. The UK is arresting people for retweeting the truth about violent illegal aliens. Now the EU is arresting the owners of free speech platforms. At some point, we have to start discussing our relationships with authoritarian European countries. Enough is enough. Don't worry, guys. The US is just one step behind. Unfortunately, the US government will probably be catching up pretty soon. New York Times. Everyone wants your email address. Think twice before sharing it. Thanks for reading the Times. Create your free account or log in to continue reading. A country where a tiny outgroup prints the money, owns the media, controls the politics, is an occupied country, as in taken over. Yep, this is very true. Some people's waking up to it. This is why aliens have stopped studying us. And standing through the window is just the second worst thing. I'd debate a woke liberal man to man, but they don't have any. Weird. Normal. The world is so broke, you don't even find random money on the ground anymore. I hadn't really thought about this, but it's true. Most pocket change isn't even worth picking up, though. The best thing you can use a quarter for is to get a shopping cart at Aldi's. The last time I found any actual bills on the ground was 2 $1 bills, and nobody would pick them up because it was soaking wet from the rain that just stopped. I picked them up, shook the dirt off a bit, and laid them on a concrete parking curb that was next to the road. I figured that someone walking by might need them. A lot of people still need to these days. Imagine making a show so bad that being Harvey Weinstein's personal assistant is your second biggest mistake. It's truly amazing the crazy things right-wingers believe in. The left. That sums it up pretty well. When your Facebook account is restricted and you can see everything, but you can't interact. Yep, I've been in Facebook jail before. Hardly even use it these days. Today is today. Yesterday was today yesterday. Tomorrow will be today tomorrow. So live today, so the future today will be as the past today. We used to be a proper country. Actually, just like everything else, that was just an illusion. The guy who was in control of all the winning pieces gave them to his family and friends. The rest of them, he sold each piece for $50,000 or more. Isn't it weird that in America, if you fly an American flag, everyone knows who you're voting for? Also, only in America, can you burn the nation's flag, and that's perfectly fine. Call it free speech. But if you burn anyone else's flags, especially those of a bunch of different colors, you're committing a hate crime and can be arrested and thrown in prison. If zombies attack, go to Costco. There's cement walls, years worth of food, and tons of supplies. Plus, zombies can't get in without a membership. My toxic trait is I assume people have common sense, and I get mad when they don't. I used to be this way back years ago, but after a while, I just assume that people don't have common sense until they prove otherwise. One person sent to the hospital after drinking internet personalities' bathwater. A man was sent to the hospital Wednesday evening after drinking bathwater he ordered online. The world right now. The South. When I was 25, I had a boyfriend who was a conspiracy theorist. I ended up breaking up with him because I kinda thought he was crazy. I'd just like to apologize to Adam. You were right about everything. Well, at least she admits it. Cooking $200 worth of groceries in 2024. Actually, this would be illegal in most cities. That's a wood fire stove and a code violation. Don't make me tap the sign. Data is not racist. As long as they use the full amount of data concerning whatever topic it is, and not where they try to twist the data to make it fit their narrative by only showing selected portions. Say no to gasoline. Go 100% electric. Just don't forget to pack that gasoline generator in a few jerry cans of fuel. Point of view. You remember when they closed all the gyms but kept McDonald's open because they cared about your health. Scientists accidentally grew a chicken with the face of a dinosaur. You don't just accidentally grow a dinosaur chicken. Y'all always lying. Ain't that the truth? It's impossible to find jobs right now. Gee, I wonder why. Point of view. You said a slightly conservative thing. That show is complete trash. Back not too long ago, I saw a clip where they had Morgan Freeman on there. From the time that he came out, he was only on there for a couple of minutes, and they cut to a commercial break. He wasn't there when they came back. Too many people respects Morgan Freeman. They couldn't dare have him talking like that on there. If you've seen any of his other interviews, you know what I'm talking about. The feds when I sexually identify as tax exempt. How long until some genius bundles all the streaming services and just reinvents cable? American girl releases first doll with hearing loss. Wait, the other ones can hear us? Dear vegetarians, if you are trying to save the animals, why are you eating their food? Good question. Fast and the Furious with current fuel prices. What girls think guys want. What guys actually want. When you're finally reading a really popular book and it's really, really bad. Or when you watch a movie that is just receiving all kinds of praises and you can't believe that you just wasted 2 hours of your life for that. I'm not going to read all this. You guys can pause the video if you want to, but I've seen other similar posts like this. Harley-Davidson exposed. White male diversity training and company funded all ages pride events. Yeah, there was some fallout from this. but I doubt if it will last. I watch some of the automotive mechanics and customer states channels here on YouTube, and I remember at least one of these where someone actually bought a longer dipstick because their oil wouldn't show anymore. Needless to say, their vehicle was at the mechanic shop because the engine seized. Government reports say UFOs broke sound barrier without sonic boom. Aliens watching humans break the sound barrier with a sonic boom. That's actually pretty funny. Every time you share this video, a liberal's head melts. You know what the biggest problem with pushing all things AI is? Wrong direction. I want AI to do my laundry and dishes so that I can do art and writing, not for AI to do my art and writing so that I can do my laundry and dishes. I'm starting to think they were just trying to help. That would have only just been a start. Media. Biden may actually be mentally declining. Memers who've pointed that out for the last 4 years. Biden and at least 3 of his doubles are pretty good actors. Just another example of what people call fashion these days. The times are bad, but the memes are good. Don't worry, I think the memes are gonna get a whole lot better. Can't say the same about the times, though. My uncle in Pakistan asked me what woke means, and I told him what it meant. His response: these people in the West are spoiled and have never had real problems, so they are creating problems because they are so bored. My favorite Kamala Harris VP memory is her being named the border czar, then simply telling migrants, "do not come," and then 7.3 million came anyway. Don't be naive, those are the government numbers, so we know that it's a whole lot more than that. I walk around like I'm okay, but deep down, I want to buy more lead dispensers. For whoever started this game at the beginning of 2020, please finish it quickly. Beautifully preserved studio apartment on tree-lined street. No parking, water, electricity, or AC. $3,500 a month. Sounds about right these days. This is definitely the most bizarre question I have ever seen on a job application. You've been given an elephant. You can't give it away or sell it. What would you do with the elephant? This is a required question. I would say something like, have people pay for rides and be able to take that money so you can buy its food. But these days, there's no way you'd make enough money like that even to feed a horse, let alone an elephant. What kind of answer would you guys give? The sun, Mercury, my finger, the close ad button. This is very true. Girls have a higher chance of getting pregnant than boys, by staff reporter. Today's breaking news. Look at the license plate. Now that a storm is coming, need gas for the generator. Interesting how that works. Yeah, all these people like that should be forced to run their house off of solar and wind power only, all year around, instead of getting their power from the electric plants that burn coal and natural gas. Scientists then I can't wait for someone to try to disprove my findings. Scientists now, if you challenge my findings, it hurts my feelings. Imagine being so anti-government that you pay the government extra money to show that you don't support the government. This is almost as bad as the people with electric cars. The most terrifying capability of the United States military remains to be the capacity to deploy a fully operational Burger King to any terrestrial theater of operations in under 24 hours. That is pretty terrifying. This must be what's keeping Burger King in business, because the one that's closest to me is always empty every time that I go to that town. Man barricades himself in house after family member takes bite of his grilled cheese sandwich. They might be over 18, but they're not a man. If I had to take a guess, they probably got pink hair. Do people in electric cars listen to AC/DC or something current? Oh my God, I thought this was a dumpster. I'm not even kidding. I had trash in my hand that I was taking towards it. In last week's episode, I had a meme where raccoons were tearing into the back of Cybertrucks for the same reason. I thought I had showed this meme in episodes before that, but then this week I found it was still in my newer content that I hadn't put into a video yet. So, here it is. And I have to agree, it absolutely does look like a dumpster from this angle. Realtor offers free pizza with the purchase of a home. I don't know anyone who would say, I'm going to buy this house because I get a free pizza. But yet I've seen more and more signs like this. And this. Or maybe this one. All I can say is, maybe the real estate agents has finally found the best selling point to this generation. Florida man unalives in explosion after attempting to microwave a microwave. Was he trying to start a new TikTok challenge? I don't always get blocked on social media, but when I do, it's a good indication I was right and they couldn't have that being seen. It's laughable how many times that I've put up a post only to have it taken down within seconds. Government at work. Dial 999 for Coast Guard, police, fire, or ambulance. Yep, that's another good example. Shout out to ATM fees for making me buy my own money. Nestle CEO. Water is not a human right. Remember this next time when you want to buy a Nestle product again. This is true. And Nestle only pays a couple $100 a year to draw millions of gallons of water out of the Great Lakes to send to their water bottling plants. Thousands of people attend a barbecue in front of the home of a vegan Australian woman who took her neighbors to court over the smell of meat cooking in their own backyard. This is the kind of pettiness that I can get behind. I agree. Yep, Decepticons. And I'll end this episode with this. Never forget, the siege at Idaho ended on August 31st, 1992. This is a reminder that the government will unalive your wife, your son, and your dog just to enforce their will. and a piece of paper is not going to protect you. This wasn't the first time, and it certainly wasn't the last time. Please consider clicking that like button and share this video with your family and friends and social media. I thank you all for watching. Take care, stay safe. This is Akorn, over and out.
The TikTok ban is crazy because they talking about, oh, China's taking our data, but the thing is most of us have unlimited data anyway.